Christmas University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello, England plays Scotland tonight in the second of this year's alumni specials. At stake is a place in the semi-finals of this short series, reserved for the 4 highest-scoring winners of the heats. The two institutions represented tonight have a combined age of over 1,300 years, and their players, well, it being polite to say, University College Oxford, or UNIV as its members call it, was founded in the 13th century with just enough funds to support 4 fellows reading theology. Tonight, it's represented by a violinist and composer with particular expertise in the klezmer tradition. She has collaborated with artists ranging from Paul Weller to Rufus Wainwright and has taught at the Royal Academy of Music and SOAS, where she was also artistic director of the Jewish Music Institute. She's a founder of the Hackney New Primary, an outstanding state school with a music specialism, and alongside her is a political writer, journalist and columnist for The Guardian. He once wrote, "Most of us would prefer to be smothered with honey and locked in a room with a swarm of bad-tempered bees than suffer a 20-minute interrogation with Jeremy Paxman." There is still plenty of time to choose the bees, of course. Their captain began his UK broadcasting career on BBC Radio 1 almost 50 years ago. Known as the Professor of Pop, he's the only broadcaster to have had his own series on radios 1, 2, 3 and 4. He was also a founding presenter on Classic FM and host of the Ivor Novello Awards for over 30 years. He currently presents Pick of the Pops and Counterpoint. Completing the team is a comedian who in 2009 became the youngest ever winner of the Edinburgh Fringe's Award for Best New Act, aged only 18. He now appears regularly on panel shows on both radio and television, and this year is touring his 7th solo stand-up show. Let's meet the team from University College.
Hello, I'm Sophie Solomon. I read history and Russian and graduated in 1999.
Hi, I'm Owen Jones. I studied history and I graduated in 2005.
And their captain?
Paul Gambaccini, philosophy and politics, 1974.
Hello, I'm Ivo Graham. I studied French and Russian and I graduated in 2012.
Now, the University of Glasgow was founded by Papal Bull in 1451, making it the 4th oldest university in the English-speaking world. Playing on its behalf tonight is the head of the Department of English and Related Literature at the University of York. Her period is the Renaissance, and her published work includes a prize-winning monograph on the role of women in book production, and she co-edited collections on paratext, the Bible in early modern England, and religious conversion. On her left is a professor of Jewish history, philosophy and religious practice, with a particular interest in how Judaism and the Jewish community are represented in the arts. She's recently served as president of the International Society for Religion, Literature and Culture, and is series editor of Bloomsbury's Studies in Popular Fiction and Religious Dynamics. Their captain began his career as a journalist before becoming a full-time novelist with the publication of his award-winning debut, Quite Ugly One Morning. Since then, he's published over 20 crime novels, which have sold more than 2 million copies in the UK alone and won multiple awards. Their final player is a professor of ecotoxicology whose work on marine microplastics was used to support the UK's banning of microbeads in consumer products in 2019. She was awarded an OBE for services to environmental research, and the following year, her research team won the Queen's Anniversary Prize for Academic Excellence. Let's meet the Glasgow alumni team.
Hi, I'm Helen Smith. I studied for my MA Hons in English Literature between 1995 and 1999.
Hi, I'm Alana Vincent. I finished my PhD in Theology and Religious Studies in 2010.
This is their captain.
I'm Chris Brookmeyer. I studied theatre and English literature and I graduated in 1989.
Hello, I'm Tamara Galloway and I studied biochemistry from 1979 to 1983.
Well, I'll give you a quick reminder of the rules if you really need them. Starter questions are solo efforts. They have to be answered on the buzzer, straight away, no conferring. Bonuses, they're team efforts. You can confer on those if you wish and answer through your captain. OK, here's your first starter for 10. Writing in 1922, Ezra Pound proposed a new calendar beginning Year 1 PSU. He defined this as the first year after publication of which novel regarded as a milestone of modernist literature?
University Graham.
Ulysses.
Ulysses is correct. So you get a set of bonuses on fir trees. In each case, give the common English name from the description. Firstly, which fir shares its common name with a landlocked Asian country ruled by an absolute monarchy until democratic reforms in 2008, and whose governance is guided by the philosophy of gross national happiness?
Bhutan.
Bhutan is correct.
Yes.
Which fir takes its common name from that of a Middle Eastern country, formed from the larger part of the territories of the Ottoman Empire ceded to French mandate after the First World War?
Cedars of Lebanon? Cedars of Lebanon?
No, it's a Syrian fir. Finally, which fir shares its common name with a Scottish clan, whose name is also the capital of a self-governing island and crown dependency?
Aaron?
No, it's a Douglas fir.
Oh, never would have got that.
10 points to this. Dr. Jonas Salk is credited with developing one of the first vaccines against the virus that causes...
University Gambaccini.
Polio.
Polio is correct. These bonuses are on members of the Detection Club, a society of British mystery writers founded in 1930. In each case, identify the writer from the description. Firstly, the creator of characters including the mystery writer Harriet Vane and the aristocratic detective Lord Peter Wimsey.
Anything? No idea, I'm afraid. It's a mystery to us.
It certainly is. Dorothy L. Sayers is what I was looking for. Secondly, a Hungarian-born British novelist remembered chiefly as the author of a novel set during the French Revolution and centering on the adventures of Sir Percy Blakeney.
Bram Stoker?
Could be.
Bram Stoker?
No, it's Baroness Orczy.
Close.
And finally, a critic and author who converted to Roman Catholicism. His works include appreciations and criticisms of the works of Charles Dickens and the Father Brown mysteries.
Clearly, Glasgow should have had this.
Sorry.
I'll just say Sister Boniface.
No, it was G.K. Chesterton. Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see the crest of a football club. For 10 points, simply identify the club. Some over-helpful wording has been removed.
University Graham.
Blackburn Rovers.
Blackburn Rovers is correct. Well done. Let's see the whole thing now. Blackburn Rovers scored the most goals in the first ever season of the Premier League, which began 30 years ago. For your bonuses, you're going to see the crests of 3 clubs that took part in that inaugural season as they appeared at the time, and with helpful wording removed. None is currently in the Premier League. 5 points for each you can identify. Firstly...
They're not in the Premier League.
Anybody with a nickname of horses?
What's in the Premier League? Luton still in the Premier League?
I think they're...
Luton?
No, I think they were in the Premier League.
Luton?
No, it's Ipswich Town. Let's see the whole thing.
Well, there you go.
And secondly...
Oh,
Sorry, Sheffield Wednesday.
No, that's Oldham Athletic.
Oh,
Let's see the whole thing. Sheffield Wednesday also have an owl on their crest, but it's stylized differently. And finally,
Coventry City?
it is. We'll see the whole thing now. 10 points for this. Jessica Dismore and Helen Saunders were both members of which short-lived British art movement which applied a hard-edged form of cubism to industrial and urban subjects. In August 22, it was announced that a rare painting by Saunders had been uncovered under a portrait by the movement's founder, Wyndham Lewis.
Glasgow Smith.
Futurism?
Know anyone to buzz from university?
University Jones.
Cubism.
No, it's vorticism. 10 points for this. Evolving from the ancient game of battledore, in which players use wooden paddles to hit a light, aerodynamically stable projectile, which...
Glasgow Brookmire.
Badminton.
Badminton is correct. Well done. You get a set of bonuses on world politics in 2022. Give your answer in English or French. In the 2022 French presidential elections, which party did the defeated candidate Marine Le Pen represent? I need a two-word answer.
Front National. Front National.
No, it was the National Rally, Rassemblement National. It used to be called the National Front, but didn't contest the 2022 election under that name. In March 2022, Gabriel Boric was sworn in as the youngest president in the history of which South American country?
Venezuela.
No, definitely not. Okay, it's not Venezuela. It's not Brazil.
Bolivia.
Might as well go with
Come on.
Bolivia.
No, it's Chile. In April 2022, Shehbaz Sharif was selected as Pakistan's new Prime Minister, after which man was ousted in a no-confidence vote?
Be happy. Imran Khan.
Correct. 10 points for this. Monica Vitti, who died in 2022, was an Italian actor particularly noted for her roles in the films of which director? These films included L'Avventura, La Notte, and Red Desert.
University Solomon.
Zeffirelli?
Know anyone want to buzz from Glasgow?
Glasgow Brookmire.
Antonioni.
That is correct, yes. A despairing guess, but nonetheless a successful guess. Here are your bonuses. They're on biological terms that end with the same four letters. In each case, identify the term from the description. Firstly, a condition characterized by a low number of red blood cells or low levels of hemoglobin. It can be caused by bone marrow disorders or deficiency of nutrients such as iron, folic acid, or vitamin B12.
No, you can just, I can say. Anemia.
Anemia is correct. What follows the prefixes hyper and hypo in terms that describe respectively elevation and deficiency of blood sugar levels outside the normal range?
Glycemia.
Glycemia.
Glycemia is correct. Formerly called blood poisoning, a systemic infection resulting from bacteria in the blood.
Septicemia.
Septicemia.
Septicemia is correct. We're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you will hear a piece of music by a British composer. 10 points if you can give me the composer's name.
University Gambaccini.
Is it Britain?
No, it's not.
Glasgow Brookmire.
Is it Carter Burwell?
No, it's Ralph Vaughan Williams. So we can take the music bonuses when someone gets to start a question right. 10 points for this. Named by Humphrey Davy from the Greek for yellowish green, what halogen element is a toxic corrosive gas that is irritating to the eyes and to the respiratory system and is used mainly as a bleaching agent and to sterilise water and...
Glasgow Galloway.
Chlorine?
Chlorine is correct. So we're going to follow on with the music bonuses. You heard one of Vaughan Williams' 4 last songs in August 2022. It was performed in Birmingham as part of the BBC Proms Chamber Music series, which this year for the first time was held in multiple locations across all 4 nations of the UK. Your bonuses are 3 more works performed in this Prom series. I want you to name the composer of each. Firstly, the Russian composer of this work performed in a chamber arrangement at the Cardiff Prom.
Prokofiev.
No, it's Stravinsky. Secondly, this British composer, one of 2022's highlighted composers. This piano trio was performed in Glasgow.
Name a British composer. Benjamin Britten. Britain.
No, it's Ethel Smythe. And finally, can you give me the name of the French composer of this piece performed in Belfast?
Fauré.
No, it's Ravel. 10 points for this. Following the settlement in June 2022 of the Whiskey War, a good-natured Arctic territorial dispute so named because the adversaries would leave a bottle of whiskey or aquavit for each other, Canada now shares a small land border with which country on Hans Island, not far from Greenland?
Glasgow Brookmire.
Denmark.
Denmark is correct, yes, well done. You get 3 questions on rain gods. Believed by several Aboriginal peoples to depict rain-making creator spirits, cave paintings known as Wangina figures are found across the Kimberley region of which Australian state?
New South Wales.
New South Wales. That's actually the only Australian state I know.
Victoria as well.
New South Wales.
Queensland.
Come on, let's have it.
New South Wales.
No, it's Western Australia. The astral deity Tishraya is a rainbringer in which religion's pantheon?
Zoroastrian. Well, there's 2 people who do religion in this time.
Yeah, but not those religions, unfortunately.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
take
sure.
Zoroastrian.
That is correct, yes. Well done. And finally, Tornain Ili is a rain god in the mythology of which Native American people, the largest federally recognised tribe in the US by both population and reservation area?
It's either Cherokee or Navajo.
Pick one.
You're going Cherokee?
Cherokee.
No, it's the Navajo. 10 points for this. In the mid-19th century, the brothers Mayhew published a guide to which game that had reportedly originated in France. Part of the guide's title was Deeds, Not Words, a Christmas game to make a long evening short.
University Graham.
Monopoly.
No, anyone like to buzz from Glasgow?
Glasgow Galloway.
Charades.
Charades is correct, yes. You get 3 bonuses this time on the first major titles of the tennis player Roger Federer. In November 2003, Federer won the first of 6 ATP finals titles, beating which US player in the final? This player had won his 8th Grand Slam title earlier in the year at the Australian Open, which would turn out to be his last.
Sampras. Pete Sampras.
No, it was Andre Agassi. Early the following year, Federer claimed his first Australian Open title, beating in the final which Russian player? A US Open champion and former world number 1.
No, don't know.
That was Marat Safin. That same year, Federer beat which Australian player? 6-love, 7-6, 6-love in the US Open final. As of September 2022, this player remains the most recent Australian man to win a major singles title, that being Wimbledon in 2002.
No, I can't remember. I was going to say Pat Cash, but that's a different era.
You could still
It's going. It's worth a punt. Pat Cash.
No, it's Leighton Hewitt. 10 points for this. What general kind of geographical feature is associated with the Hindu god Varuna, the Norse god Njord, the Japanese god Susanoo, and the Roman god Neptune?
Glasgow Smith.
The sea.
Seas is correct, yes. Well done. These bonuses are on the Scottish artist Angela Palmer. She's noted for projects that blur the distinctions between art and science. Firstly, created in collaboration with Professor Dmitry Korkin, 2020, The Sphere That Changed the World, is a work on engraved glass plates that depicts what microscopic agent?
Microscopic agent.
Punt and say penicillin.
Penicillin? Yeah, that's... Penicillin.
No, it's the COVID-19 virus. Palmer's piece Heart formed part of the 2018 exhibition Ceaseless Motion that concerned the pioneering experiments in the circulation of the blood by which English physician born in 1578?
William Harvey.
William Harvey.
William Harvey is correct. In 2016, Palmer contributed to a transnational exhibition of self-portraits in Scotland, France and Germany. Its title named The Selfie, along with which Dutch master, born in Leiden in 1606?
Van Eyck.
Rembrandt.
Rembrandt, because he self-portraits. Yeah. Rembrandt.
Rembrandt is correct, yes. Well done. Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you're going to see a painting. 10 points if you can name the artist.
Glasgow Smith.
Monet.
Monet is correct. Well done. Your picture starter was one of Monet's many paintings of London in the fog. He is reported to have said that without fog, London would not be beautiful. Your bonuses are 3 more paintings of London in fog. Name the artist in each case. First, a view of Battersea Bridge.
Anyone? Turner would be my
That was going to be my guess.
Turner?
No, that's Whistler. Secondly, which French artist painted this view of the Serpentine?
Georges Seurat? Is it Seurat?
Do you have a position on this? Nominate Smith.
Georges Seurat.
No, it's Pissarro. And finally, who painted this unfinished view of Waterloo Bridge?
That's Turner.
Turner.
It is Turner, yes, well done. Right, 10 points for this. Meanings of what word include in heraldry the emblem on a coat of arms, in physics a property that gives rise to electric fields, and in military terms a full-speed manoeuvre to initiate close combat?
University Graham.
Charge.
Charge is correct. Well done. These bonuses are on the Irish Civil War, which began in 1922. The war was fought between supporters and opponents of the Anglo-Irish Treaty that ended the War of Independence and created which polity, independent of the UK, but with dominion status within the British Empire? I need a 3-word name.
The Irish Free State.
Correct. Who was Commander-in-Chief of the pro-treaty National Army until he was killed in an ambush in August 1922? The IRA's Director of Intelligence during the War of Independence. He had been a lead negotiator of the treaty, defending it as the freedom to achieve freedom.
Michael Collins.
Michael Collins is correct. Who was president of Sinn Féin and leader of the anti-treaty faction? He would later split with Sinn Féin over the issue of abstention, founding Fianna Fáil before becoming head of government overseeing Ireland's transition into a republic.
Eamon de Valera.
Correct. Well done. 10 points for this starter question. Situated close to the junction of the M1 and M6, which Warwickshire town is home to statues of Rupert Brooke, Thomas Hughes and William Webb Ellis, the last of whom is portrayed...
University Graham.
Rugby.
Rugby is correct. Your bonuses are on chalcogens, the oxygen family of elements found in group 16 of the periodic table. Which radioactive metal atomic number 84 is named after the native country of its co-discoverer?
Oh, francium. Francium?
No, it's polonium. Discovered in 1817 by Berzelius, which chalcogen is a byproduct in the electrolytic refining of copper? Its name comes from the Greek for moon.
It's the Greek for moon, then. It's not moon.
Come on.
Aluminium? Is that how they make it up?
Aluminium?
No, it's selenium. And finally, known since antiquity and used industrially in the production of fertilizers, which element was known previously in English as brimstone?
Something that's explosive.
Come on.
Is that ammonium?
No, it's not. It's sulfur. 10 points for this. In September 1522, what notable voyage was completed when the Victoria, under the command of the Basque navigator Elcano, sailed into San Luca, and that was on University College Oxford have 75, but Glasgow have 110. Well, bad luck, University. It wasn't a bad score, 75. It just wasn't good enough.
Yeah, we sucked.
Congratulations to you, Glasgow. We look forward to seeing you possibly in the semi-finals. I hope you can join us next time for another alumni match, but until then, it's goodbye from University College Oxford.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Glasgow University.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.